Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this episode of Talking Tractors, and we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to look at a group of mods all released by the same person. And this person is Scott Lambert. I met him over on G&G Modding. He's in some other modding groups around Facebook. And the purpose of this video is kind of bring attention to the work that he's doing, and also maybe spotlight some of the stuff that's out on Facebook, because there's a lot of mods right now being released on Facebook, and especially within these closed groups that you can join up with. And if you haven't yet, go look for G&G Modding on Facebook. They're a great group of people. They're a great bunch of modders. Especially if you're into modding, they can really help you out. But even if you just are a fan of Farm Sim and you're a nice person who doesn't want to bring drama to the group or any problems, that's a good group to join up with. But yeah, these are conversions that were done by Scott Lambert. I think he's Scooter's Workbench too. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. And if I am wrong about anything, please put it in the comments below. I'm kind of a rookie farm simmer. I've only been around since the middle of 17, and I know some of these mods have been around for a while. And we're going to look at each one of these mods specifically. I'll give the information, and I'll give credits, all the cited credits that I have, because Scott is really, really good about always listing who the original credits go to, and also whoever helps him work on some pieces and parts to each mod. So it's really awesome that he does that. All right, well, I think what we'll do is we'll just jump right into some mods, and we'll see where this goes. All right, see you in a second. All right, the first mod we're going to look at is the Kuhn FA367T Sickle Bar Mower. This bad boy right here. Just a real simple mod. It's a sickle bar. Let's see. Looks up. You can see that has the functioning PTO. Has the lower the folding animation. And then what's really cool is once we fire this up here, cool sound, cool animations. And most importantly, it works. Because what good is a mower if it doesn't work? Alright, that's the Kuhn Sickle Bar Mower. Alright, the next one we're going to look at is probably my favorite one to date. I really like this mower. This is the John Deere HX15 Flex Swing Rotary Cutter. And you can see it has your PTO attachments, hose attachments. Very, very well done mod slash conversion. You see it does fold. Has folding animations. What's really cool about this mod is where it's hinged, it actually flexes, so it's not solid, and it's really hard. I don't think I have the best ground to show it off, but we'll try here. Been mowing a little bit with other stuff, and you can see other stuff I'm playing with there in the distance. So we'll lower it down, fire it up. It has functioning PTO. And if you watch close enough, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if we'll hit any bumps or anything, but each wing actually flexes independent of each other. Really, really cool. I think it is. I'm very easily amused though, so. But if you're looking for a really, really cool mower, this is a great one. Yep, that's it. Great mower. Great mower. The John Deere HX15. Right, what we're looking at here is actually three different mods. We'll take a look at each one individually. The first one is the McCormick Deering W9. This is just a quick conversion that was done. I can't even remember. I'll post it. You'll see it on the screen there. Ignore my ramblings because I will provide the accurate information above. But yeah, the McCormick W9 standard. This is a conversion that he did. Great little mod, especially if you want the, classic looking tractors. Great little sound to it. Has the working lights. Has a brake sound. When you stop it, the squealing brakes, which I like. But yeah, McCormick Deering W9. Now, while we're here, we'll just look at these other two. What we have here is the New Holland 258 Rake and the New Holland 252 Rake Hitch. And you can, this is I really like this. A lot of people where I live use these New Holland rakes. I still see a lot of these in use today where I live. And it's really cool to see these in game. Where I live, they're usually just pulling one of these. And I don't know if it's this exact model or if it's bigger. But yeah, you can. The great thing about this mod is you can do one in which you can directly hook up to the tractor. Or if you want to, you can use the rake hitch and add a second. And works great. Fire our tractor up here. And you use your mouse control to adjust your wheel there. So you have the transfer position if you're going down the road, and then when you want to get ready to do some raking, we'll get this lined up. As best we can. You have to be kind of handy with this. Hang on, let me pull my screen up here so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see, we have to lower that. There you go. And with them lowered, which is really cool about this, is the animation for the wheel driven. If we watch this really close, I'll try to get a good shot, and you can see what I'm talking about. I love how it actually rotates. I guess the wheel driven PTO. Really, really cool. Yeah, let's see this thing work. Get rid of that F1 menu. I think, which is a really, really cool mod. Again, if you're really into that classic American stuff, I think this is a great mod. Great mod to use. Come on, little W9, get up the hill. You can do it. You can do it. And then once we raise these up, see, they no longer move. Yeah, really cool. Alright, so that's the McCormick W9, the New Holland 258 Rake, and the 252 Rake Hitch. Alright, we'll see you in a minute for the next one. Alright, if you've watched my old Family Farm series, I actually used this mod in it the other day. This is the New Holland 378 square baler. Does the small square bales, and then it has the thrower. And this is an auto-loading wagon that works with the square bales that these make. And this is just a Lizard brand wagon, but really, really cool. Love the triangle. It just looks like something that a bunch of high school kids would be stacking bales on, middle of the summer. But yeah, the New Holland 378. You see the PTO attach, and let's see what kind of animations we have here. Pull up get the right one here. So up and down, of course, and then you press X to fold it out like that. And I tell you what, we need to. Then with the baler, if you watch back there, you can actually see if I can get a better angle here. You can actually unfold the gate. It's really cool. We can turn the auto load on, auto load off, and you can do small square bales, large square bales, egg boxes. So you can use it for other than, if you want to use it for stuff other than just the small square bales. But it was made specifically to be used with this trailer, which is really nice. So let's go over here and see if we can bale up some straw, or some grass. I need more coffee. And then you can see this thing throw bales. It's pretty cool. It's a neat little animation. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Alright, so let's lower it. Fire it up. We'll take a look at it. So pickups are actually working. No PTO animation here, but that's okay. And got the little animation on that. And the most important thing about any mod is that it works. Alright, here we go. We're going to throw a bale. Maybe. So it's in the movement. So that's the only weird thing, is if oh no, we missed that one. Oh, I don't think I have auto load on. That's why. Let's see if I have it on. No, I don't. There we go. So if you don't have it on, it'll just throw it in there loose. But if you do have it on, it'll automatically stack it as it comes out. There we go. And we'll turn it off again so you can kind of see it. You can see it throw the bale. I mean, so if you want to do this manually, you could. The only problem is if you're turning an angle, you might get lost. Now this actually has, the trailer itself has an auto unload. So what's that at? I gotta find the right. Do I want to unload the? Alright, I'm losing my mind here. Okay. There we go. There we go. We have the marker there, and then auto load or unload Y. There you go. And you can see it'll unload the bales. So everything works great. Great mod. And that is the new Holland 378 baler. And this comes in two options. You can get it with the thrower, or you can get it without the thrower. And it just drops them. They just fall out to the side. Follows this little track and it falls out. And you can put no hitch for your hitch. So if you don't want to use the trailer, you don't have to. So, a lot of different options. Which Scott seems to pay attention to the fine details, that's why his conversions are pretty awesome. Alright, another great set of mods. On to the next one. Now, this isn't a vehicle mod. It's not going to change how you play the game, really, other than maybe making things a little more immersive. These are crop signs. Right there. Crop signs. And I thought these were really, really cool. Again, this is something that Scott has posted some stuff that he has converted over, which I think, those must be soybeans. Yeah, really, really cool. You got the signs. You can put them down. Kind of add to your immersiveness in your game. And you can find these. They're under the decoration. They're $5 each. Like I said, you have the Lizard brand, or these are all Lizard, but the Ascro, Peterson, DeKalb, then you have Pioneer, Pioneer Alfalfa, Pioneer Canola, and Soybean. So, and I don't know if these numbers are real. I'm not a farmer, so I couldn't tell you. There's probably people out there right now that are watching this going, yep, those are right, or nope, that's all completely wrong. But again, really cool, neat little mods. You can tell they're conversions. It's kind of blurry, but it's not bad. I think it's really good. Roundup Ready Spring Canola. Nice. Does it say what it is? No. It says Acre Max. It says the number. Gen SS, Ascro. Yeah. Alright. Enough talking about signs. There you go. Those are the crop signs. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, another group of mods here. We have some, this is really, really cool. Neat little, like I said, again, old iron stuff. It's just really nice. So the first one we have here, this is the International Harvester 4166 four-wheel drive. Again, this is a conversion that he did. 150 horsepower, four-wheel independent steering. And you can see that the textures are really nice, really well done. Again, you can tell it's a conversion, but I think it's a really well done conversion. We'll jump in there, and if you saw, the door's animated, so when you get in and out, the door opens. The dash is not animated. You can see the interior, you know, very basic, but it's functioning mirrors, important. But yeah, really, really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Neat mod. And like I said, it has independent steering. You can see all four wheels move. Rear 3-point PTO. Front's just standard. Functioning lights. And then you have the rear blinkers. Right. Now, with this, what we did, we paired this bad boy up with it. This is your International 37 disc. Right there. Credits there on screen. Check those out. And again, you can tell this is conversion. I mean, it's very easy to tell this is just a quick conversion from the textures. But if you like, again, if you like this older, you know, classic American stuff, it works great. You can see it has the hoses attached, which is great. There's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't do that. And then you have the working animation. I think this does 9 miles per hour on it. It kicks up the dust. Dirt must be dry today. Dirt must be dry. Yeah. Again, some very, very simple mods. Stuff that, you know, is great, works wonderful. Again, the International 37 disc, and then the International 4166, and we'll take a look at that real quick. We'll actually take a look at those. This was the McCormick Daring from earlier, just W9, no options. Now the 4166, you do have a few options. You have tire options. You can go with Michelin's, Trelleborg's, or Lizard. And no, at this point, just the singles. That's all they have for it. And then you can go with a cab or with the ROPS protection, rollover protection, the cab. Really cool. My favorite thing about it, I don't know why, but like the hoses going into the cab. I don't know. I'm easily entertained. Alright. Yep. Couple sets of internationals. On to the next ones. Last but not least is a little bit of poop slinging. That's right. We have some classic manure spreaders hooked up to the McCormick here. That way I wanted to show you that they do have the PTO attachments right there. And then the pin hookup, you actually, yeah. Like it. There's little animations there. Fire up the tractor. Yeah. Turn my screen on here so I can actually see what I'm doing. There's the Oliver. Oh, I need to fill it first. I'm like, why won't it turn on? But yeah, we have the Oliver. This is the Oliver manure spreader. It's only $1,200. This one actually has a working width of 9.5 meters. But neat, definitely neat looking. And then while we're here, all my piles of stuff here at the shop that I had here earlier. The next one we have is, this is the, you got the Case McCormick International. It says McCormick International. In the shop it says Case, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yep. Case IH 555 manure spreader. Right there. Again, really cool. And these, I think these are all just basically the same mod. They just have just different skins. Those actually, the Case only has a 6 meter working width. Unlike the Oliver. Case and the John Deere only have a 6 meter. And this John Deere 64, I remember using this in Farm Sim 17, but I think these things have been around a while. Maybe from, I think one of the classic packs, maybe from 15. People who are smarter than me and more knowledgeable, they may know that. Yep, that's that one there. Right. So those are the manure spreaders. Again, nothing super fancy to talk about. You got the John Deere 35, the Case International, McCormick International 555 manure spreader, and then we have the Oliver manure spreader. All right. Well, I think that's what we're going to call it. That's everything I wanted to look at, everything I wanted to show to you. In the description, I've provided links to every one of these mods. He gave me approval to just go ahead and link the MediaFire mod, the MediaFire links, so you can go right to the links for download. But I really do recommend going over to G&G Modding, signing up, join up with the page, get to know the people there. They're really great people. This is just Deco Object from this map. And if you want to know about the map, it's a private edit of a map. So I'll keep that secret for now. Sorry. Just, you know, I have some really great friends. Really wonderful people that I've met playing Farm Sim, and I really enjoy this. People send me stuff and I get to look at it, and it's been awesome, and I'm flattered that they do that for me. But I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Again, I've provided as much information as I have as to who the original modders were. All that's down in the description. Hopefully I put it up on the screen if I remember to do so right. And as always, everybody, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Let me know how I did. Let me know if you like this. And my plan is to probably make more of these. I want to find modders and put all the stuff that they've done into one video and show our appreciation to those people that put in all this work at making this stuff that we get to play with. Because really that's what it is. They make the cool stuff. We get to play with it. So thank you to them. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me show off your stuff. And all right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.